Hey up everybody, welcome back to the channel. You doing good? Thumbs up. Now today I'm going to be doing another cooking video. This is going to be so simple. I'm going to do it out of my crock pot, or as people know it as a slow cooker. Slow cookers are fantastic. You chuck all the ingredients in, turn it on for either 4 hours, 8 hours, however long you're going to be out. By the time you get home from work, it's all cooked. No need to mess about. So that gets a thumbs up from me. So I'll turn the camera around so you can see what I'm going to do. Right, so here we go guys. These are my ingredients that I bought. Now, these two I've already got in a cupboard. So that's what I'm going to be using with them, but I haven't counted it in with the price on these. So all this lot here has cost me £4.22. So I've got a chicken, medium, because it was fairly cheap, £2.79 I think it was. Load of potatoes, a couple of onions, a bag of carrots. So like I said, the chicken was £2.79. Potatoes for 2.5 kilos was 89 pence, bargain. A couple of onions cost me 10 pence. And the carrots was 44 pence, which is a damn good bargain. Now I'm pretty sure I could get 4 meals out of what I'm going to do. Obviously my portion of meals. You might be able to get more if you wasn't greedy like me. But what I'm also going to do, where's my slow cooker, crock pot, whatever it is when I put them, all the ingredients in there, I'm going to put some water in the bottom, and when everything's cooked and done, whatever's left in there, I'll take a lot of the chicken off the bone as well and turn that into a soup as well. So I'll get another couple of meals, if not more, out of that. So we'll see how we go. Let's get this chopped up and diced up, and see you in a minute. Right, so that's the onion. So the onion I've just cut into 4, and each section I've cut into 2, because it'll break down once it's cooking. So I'll chuck them in. In goes those. So there you are guys, that's my carrots, chopped up nice and thick, because also they'll break down a bit in 8 hours of cooking. Now I do wash my carrots, but I don't peel them, because there's no point. They're absolutely fine, and you're getting rid of some of the goodness. It's the same when I do the potatoes. The potatoes I'll just do separate, and I'll do that into a mash or something. And Millie loves me cutting carrots because I always save a bit of carrot for Millie. Oh, carrot. Oh, yum, 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 yum. So we'll chuck those in, guys. So we'll chuck them in. Here we go. Just so you're making a nice bed at the bottom there. So then your chicken will sit on top. Also, you'll put some water in there. Now, you've got to try and gauge it how much you put in there. So once I get the chicken in, get some seasoning on there, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so there you go. Put the chicken in there. Fits just nicely. I've put a good covering of mixed herbs on there and some garlic flakes. Just seasons it nicely. Oh yeah, so water's in. Now I've put about 2 pints of water in there. Just normal cold water. So then it'll create a nice juice in there for the cooking, and it'll be spectacular. Now, people probably looking at this are thinking, oh Christ, he's making me nervous doing all this. This is how I do it. This is nice and simple. There's other different recipes how to do it, and you can mess about, but you know, that's not what I'm about. Just chuck it in, put the lid on, turn it on, and away you go. You get what you get. Now, it will taste nice because I've done this plenty of times. There probably is a different way of doing it, but if there is, try it. Go for it. There's different videos out there. This just works for me. So we'll stick the lid on. Plug it in. And it should say on here where we got. So that'll be your 4 hours. That'll be your 8 hours. And that was just for keeping it warm. So I'll wang it on to 8 hours. And when I come home from work, that will be cooked. So, see you in 8 hours. Right, so I've just got home, guys, and it definitely smells cooked. I'm going to take the lid off. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that is definitely cooked. So I'm going to stick some potatoes on. Oh, and I'll start dissecting the chicken. And we'll go from there. So, bear with me. Right, so I've got the chicken out. It looks a bit of a mess because it's definitely fit because it's fell apart, which is fantastic. I'll just do that. Look at that, absolutely fit. So that's out. I'm gonna all this nice stock in here, beautiful. Take some of that out, make some gravy with it, some vegetables as well with it. And then the rest of it in there, I'm going to turn into a chicken stew. So any bits and pieces from that's left over, will go back in there, chuck some gravy in there, away you go. Nice chicken stew. Potatoes are on. So they're cooking nicely, so I'll do some mash out of them. And yeah, back in a moment. So yeah, guys, that's the simple meal done. So the chicken literally just fell off the bones. And obviously I'll scoop some of the carrots out and a few of the onions, the mashed potato. Now when I do mashed potato, I leave the skin on. So I'll just chop up the potatoes, chuck them in, boil them up, drain them off, chuck some butter and milk in there, bit of seasoning if you want to, and away you go. Add some gravy in there, which I've just chucked some gravy granules into some of the juice from cooking. So I'll see in there. I'm going to make my stew, and I'll see what we've got left. But for a start, I'm going to eat this because I'm hungry, and Millie is sulking because she wants something to eat. It's mine. Right, so there you go. That is what's left of the chicken. I've literally stripped the bones dry. Because it fell apart so much, I've managed to get the meal tonight. I've played another one up for tomorrow night. I've got some chicken left over for a salad. So that's 3 meals. And then everything else that's dropped off, I've chucked back in here. Well, it looks probably a bit gross in a minute. But I've topped it up with a bit more water. I'll add a bit more veg to a bit more frozen veg. And I can either call it a stew or a soup, one or the other. But I can get another 3 meals out of here. So that's 6 meals out of that one chicken, which I think is pretty good. Now, it didn't go to how I wanted it to go. You know, I was able to get more chicken cooked properly. Obviously, it fell apart, which is fine. You know, it's made a different meal. I've now made the rest of that into a stew or a soup, like I said. And that's the thing with chuck it in a pan. You don't know what's going to happen. Chuck it in, away you go, see what happens. Now, a lot of you are going to be watching this thinking, he doesn't know how to cook. That's disgusting. Why would you eat that? At the end of the day, you don't have to watch these videos. You don't have to eat these meals. This is what I do. This is what I like. There's no problem. Perfectly good meals. Plenty of veg in there. Now with the price that I've told you that I paid for all this stuff, doesn't include the gravy granules, the mixed herbs, the milk, the butter, those sort of things. But roughly, it's cost about a £5 for about 6 meals. So what's that? 75p a meal? It's not bad, is it, really? And it's not difficult. So experiment, guys. Go with the flow. Do what you want, especially with a slow cooker. It is so simple. Now, if you can hear Millie whining in the background, it's because she wants the rest of the chicken. So I better go before she nicks it off the table. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you like what you see. So leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll keep doing what I do. Cheers, guys. See you soon.